The Shadow Beast fights in Twilight Princess are essentially just puzzles, and this video will go over the solutions to all 15 of them in the overworld. We won't do the ones in Palace of Twilight. I want to start off first with some general combat tips, things that we'll be using in many, if not all, of the fights. First off, as human, we'll always want to one-shot the Shadow Beasts, and with Master Sword, you can do that with any big damage attack, so that's a jump slash, a spin attack, or a roll stab. Roll stab is pressing B during a roll, and I actually want to make a note about that. Sometimes you'll want to do a roll and then immediately do a spin attack out of it, and if you're doing that, you can spin the stick during the roll and press B after, and you'll get a spin attack. But if you press B during the roll, if you anticipate it a little too much, then you'll still get a roll stab. Any B press during a roll will initiate a roll stab. Just something to know about that. One other thing about quick spins is that there are several ways of getting one. First off, you can spin the stick and then press B and get one. Second, you can just hold B and get one. And third, this is very useful, is if you're moving and you start holding B, then the charge up for that held spin attack was a lot shorter than if you just hold B from a standstill. You can also get a spin attack out of a jump slash just by spinning the stick, or out of a backflip. You can't out of a side hop though. I think that covers it as human, and then techniques as wolf. There are pretty much only two things we'll be doing. We'll be doing spin attacks, which again, you can spin the stick, you can just hold and get a spin. I don't think that starting a spin attack hold while moving as wolf shortens the amount of time you have to wait, but it's kind of hard to tell. I'm pretty sure it doesn't though. And then the other thing we'll be doing is using midna charge attacks like this one. And the important thing to know about midna charge attacks, well, I guess it's important to know that they one-shot Shadow Beasts. But the other important thing is the targeting order. If you target, for example, Shadow Beasts in the order 1, 2, 3, you will attack them in the order 3, 2, 1. It is the reverse of the order that you target them. And that is pretty important on some of these fights. So keep that in mind. I think that is all for that. So let's go on to the first Shadow Beast fight. Shadow Beef. Yes, Shadow Beef. Alright, in this one, Ordon Spring, the Shadow Beast starts kind of back here. You start kind of here. And you don't have the midna charge attack yet, so we're just going to have to use 2 spin attacks. So what I'm going to do is, right out of the cutscene, target and spin attack, and then I can charge up a spin attack for the second one, because I have to wait for the Shadow Beast to become vulnerable again after getting hit the first time. Anyway, so, you know, you could spin your stick again, but might as well get a reliable one. The reason that I'm targeting, by the way, is if I don't target, then that one worked, but you saw Wolflink moved in kind of a weird direction, because, you know, I wasn't just facing the Shadow Beast the whole time. You can accidentally move Wolflink a little bit too far away and miss the spin attack. So better to just target so you don't move too far. Spin, and you can just press B right out of the cutscene. There is the first one. Oh, one other thing about this. If you miss your spin attack, you can just do 2 just normal B attacks. That adds up to 1 spin attack, and then finish off with a spin. Actually, that seems pretty fast. It's probably not that much slower than doing 2 spin attacks to begin with, but whatever. Alright, second one. This is the one where you learn the charge attack. So this one has 2 phases. And in this one, I'll just show where the Shadow Beasts go. They start off over here, but they always charge at you. This one, right straight ahead, sometimes turns around and like stops noticing you for some reason. It's just kind of stupid. But it's usually fine. So what we'll do here is do a spin attack right out of the gate. And then I'll run between these 2 guys and charge up a spin attack just like I did on the Ordon guy right between them, and then release it once they're vulnerable again to hit them. Spin attack, and then release it right there to hit both of those guys. You might also notice I ran towards midna there. It doesn't actually matter. I'm pretty sure that cutscene spawns you in the same place regardless of where you move after felling the first 2 Shadow Beasts. But I do that to get my angle. It does preserve your angle, so if you're facing midna when you enter that cutscene, then you'll be facing midna out of it, and you can just press, or hold up and press A to get to midna. Alright, for the second half, let me make a save state here. For the second half, I usually do this as 1 plus 2, so I will kill this Shadow Beast here, and then get these 2. You can pretty much always count on getting that far Shadow Beast to come attack you if you just run towards the close one. So I always do that, and if it does start attacking, or like aggro towards you, then it'll run straight to the other one, so you don't have to hold them into charge attack for very long before you get them. Yeah, I guess you could theoretically do that one as all 3 at once, but I don't think that would be very good. So 2+1 is good. Alright, next one is, what is this? North Faron. That last one was South Faron. This one is North Faron, also known as EMS, Shadow Beast. And I'll do this one twice. Once as human for any %, once as wolf for 100%. I don't know what AD does. I'll start off as wolf, because I know that one better. Been doing Hundo lately. And this one, you'll notice that I started before the load, and that is because these Shadow Beasts migrate a lot, so the RNG you get from the load matters a lot. If I just started with a save state here, then it would be the same every time, and I kind of want to show off the RNG. This one, the challenge is that, well, I'll unpause. You see they're wandering around a lot, and they're really spread out. We'll definitely want to do 1+2 on this one. We'll get that guy first, and then we'll get the other 2 over there. But we have to react to what direction they're facing. So, like right now, for example, if I started the fight, I think this guy will still aggro me, but I might have to run right up to him. Okay, he's still aggroed, and then okay, this guy's watching the wall. Okay, I did that very badly, because that was not where that Shadow Beast usually is. That was only there because I waited for a long time. Let me reload that. So this guy will definitely notice me. Nice, he didn't. Okay, he was facing away, so he didn't notice me. And then over there, let me pause this. We see that one is facing this direction, one is facing the wall. I want to make sure that I get the one at the wall to aggro me before this one, or before this one reaches me. Because if this one reaches me while I'm still chasing this one at the wall, then it'll stop and try to swing at me, even if I'm still moving, and then it'll miss and be really far away. So the goal is to just get them clumped together. And let's see what works. I'll make a save state here. And I think the first tactic I'm going to try is to run... Oh, this one's actually kind of weird. I'll run this way and hopefully get the Shadow Beast to notice me while this one, or like at the same time this one does, or before that one gets to me. Let's see if that works. Oh, that one noticed me first. Interesting. Sometimes they notice you from like directly behind you. Anyway, let's try another tactic. If I go this way, then okay, that could have worked. Let me try that one more time. If I go this way, then this one notices me, and then that one notices me too. Anyway, this one's a bit finicky because of the RNG like that. You really just have to read what direction they're facing, but 1+2 is the general strategy here. And then let me pull up the human one. This one will also be 1+2. For the first one, you can do a jump attack or a roll stab. It kind of just depends on where it is. So like right here, I can do a roll stab because I saw it was going to notice me. And then here, I want to just make sure that they both notice me. Do a quickly charged spin attack and get them both. Same thing about noticing, you know, human versus wolf. It's exactly the same thing. But roll stab plus quickly charged spin attack. I'm going to do one more to see if there's a case where I should do a jump slash. Because like if the Shadow Beast is really far away, sometimes a jump slash lines up better. I think it's not going to notice me this time, so yeah, let me just do that. A roll stab wouldn't, like, it would have required an extra roll. And then I get those guys' attention and do that. This is honestly one of the hardest Shadow Beast fights in the whole game, so good luck. Alright, and then the next one, this is not how it would be sequentially in a run, but I'm going by region here. So this is the Sacred Grove. And let me just pan out, well, you can't really see it, but there are the 3 here, and then there's one off screen over here and one off screen over here. It's, I think, just totally symmetrical. This one's kind of interesting because you have to anticipate the direction you're going to go before the cutscene ends. And it is very consistent, though. And let's see if I can get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this guy, and wait, where's the other one? This guy, I guess. Yeah, all 3 of these guys right at the beginning with one spin attack, and then get over here and gather these 2 together with another one. Ah, didn't quite get it. It's a bit finicky because it happens off screen if you're quick enough. But the method that generally works for me is to hold, you can look at my input display, not hold down right notch, but just above down right notch. And then once the roll starts, once you take control, shift the stick to down, just below down right notch as the roll is going. That way you'll get the attention of, oh, there it is. You get the attention of this guy, but roll down here to get the other two. So let me try that one more time. And then out of that, yeah, there we go. Out of that, you can just, like you're already rolling the stick clockwise, so you can just continue into a clockwise spin. Let me demonstrate that one more time. Ah, I didn't quite get it. I might even be spinning too early on that. Let me try that one more time. This one is kind of finicky, even though it's nice. I didn't get a spin. Yeah. And then you just roll over here. And the far one is really good about aggroing, so you don't really need to go close to it. You can stay pretty close to the center. That one's hard. It's consistent, but it's hard. So best of luck with that. But that's the best thing that I know of to do that fight. Alright, let's go on to the fifth one. Now we're getting into Eldin stuff. This is the Gorge Void. Oh, God. Gorge Void portal. And I started with the save state all the way over there on purpose. What am I doing? Because the RNG matters on this one too. These guys wander around a lot. So around here, I should already be thinking, you know, trying to plan. And I can't see that well because I'm playing in a small window. But it looks like I've got one close to me that's facing me, one over there, or whoops, one close to me that's facing me, one back there that's facing me-ish, and then one behind the first one that's facing the gorge. So I think what I'll try to do is, actually I'll just run towards the center on this one. I think that'll work. Yeah, they're all pretty clumped together on this one. But the idea is just to get all of their attentions. Let me try that from the save state here. See if I get something different. Because sometimes on this one you'll want to do 1 plus 2. Nope, they're just kind of doing the same thing. I'll try it once more from, wrong one, from here. See if I get something different. Dude, this feels weird on Dolphin. That looks pretty much the same. Well, in any case, if I accidentally got these two guys clumped over here, then I can just get one of them there, and then do it there. Let's see if I get Gorge Void. One other thing about this to note, this is unrelated to the fight, but very relevant to Rupee Roll, is... Damn. Oh, no, I got it. Never mind. I just didn't hear. Is that if you take damage as Wolf during a Shadow Beast fight, then it does an entire heart worth of damage. And then if you do Gorge Void afterwards, then you're down to 1 heart in an 80% run. And that means you can't do Rupee Roll. So PSA, get health if that happens. Okay. That's that one. What is next? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, this one has something stupid in it that anybody who has run this before knows about. Let's see if I can get it to happen. No. Try that again. Why is it not happening? It only happens during runs. Dude. Oh my god. Okay, well, if you've done this before, the Shadow Beast fight, you probably know what I'm talking about. Sometimes in this Shadow Beast fight, whether it's over here or over here, you will target a Shadow Beast. Oh, there, it happened. Okay, so I targeted both of them, and then I just missed one of them somehow. That happens here and pretty much nowhere else. And the reason for that I've been given, and makes a certain amount of sense, is that the ground here is sloped. It has a bunch of tiny slopes in it. And so if you're on a vector to hit one of the Shadow Beasts and you hit a slope in, in between, then that'll kind of cancel the attack. So you've got to be aware of that here. This, I think, is the only Shadow Beast fight where that's really relevant. Anyway, wait, wrong save state. From the beginning here, you can just run past the sign. We'll do 1 plus 2 for this one. And then get both of these guys. Not much to it. You just have to be aware that sometimes your attacks will miss. And I don't think it's RNG. I think it's just where you're positioned, but you can't really see it. Alright, my save state here is kind of dumb, but here's the Death Mountain Shadow Beast fight. This one is a little bit interesting, because there are 4 Shadow Beasts. Let's take a look. 4 Shadow Beasts, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and the 2 on the left are separated by a wall, which we'll see. And what's interesting about this is that you're on a cycle here, because you're at the end of this area, you'll want to climb up over here to get to the next area, and there's a steam event blocking that. So when you kill these Shadow Beasts, if you kill these Shadow Beasts really fast and then kill the bug that's over there really fast, then you still have to wait for the steam cycle. And because of that, it means that you can get away with some less optimal Shadow Beast fighting in favor of making it a bit easier. You can get those guys' attention. I kind of didn't do that right. Well, I guess that works. Oh my god. I can't believe that worked. Anyway, you can get the guys on the right side. Okay. We'll talk about the movement there in a sec. And the reason you might want to do that, whoops, is that, oh my god. I'm just trying to make a tutorial. Okay. Is that sometimes they're way over there. And like that guy that was over here could have been facing the wall and could have just not aggroed. So it can be useful. This save state is in a really weird place. It can be useful to just like run over here and get those guys to come towards you a little bit when you first start this fight. I'm not used to doing it that way though. I usually don't. Anyway, so the general technique here, general idea is kill this guy, then kill this guy, and from this guy we'll actually want to aim the charge attack so that it brings us back towards the other ones. Then go over and kill these 2 together. 1 + 1 + 2. I would like to talk about the movement down those steps, but my save state's in a really weird place, so I won't. Dude, usually this guy is not so much trouble. Alright, let me try that one more time, because I really want to show off what I'm talking about there. Alright, so I tend to go just straight towards this guy, and then I'm going to try to get behind this guy so that my charge attack moves me back towards the opening to this area. He's in a really weird place in this save state. He's back in the corner, so it might, I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try. There. So my charge attack moved me back towards the door, and then I just want to get both of these guys' attention. I tend to run to the right there, like I just did, because it, you know, sometimes the far one is facing the wall, and I want to get its attention. Alright, that's how I do that one. What is next? That's the one I just did. Is this right? No, I should have Death Mountain next. Or wait, no, that was Death Mountain. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, duh. The last one in Eldin is the Eldin Bridge fight, and this one's pretty straightforward. They all spawn in the same place and come charging towards you. So I guess if you're standing here and explaining something, you can just wait for them and then do a spin attack. What you'd normally want to do is roll towards them, pull out your sword at some point, and then depending on how it lines up, you'll either do a roll into a spin attack like that, or you'll just wait for them for a split second. What? Oh, right. And then like you can do a quickly charged spin attack here or something if you are not comfortable doing stick spins. The thing that's weird about this is that you'd think it would be invariable because they start a set distance away from you and your rolls are a set distance, but at least the way that I do this bug in Hundo, I have to grab a bug here, and sometimes I need to turn around a little bit before doing that, so the Shadow Beasts aren't always the same distance away. But it's a, you know, it's pretty much always the same thing there. Not much to that one. Alright, let's go on to, what is this? Oh yeah, Zora's Domain. This is another one. So you see that the Shadow Beasts are clumped 2 + 1, or we'll do this in opposite order, 1 + 2, obviously, because 2 + 1 wouldn't work. And there's a wall between them. So what we'll do is we'll run towards the 2 to get them to clump together. We'll either run like towards them and then around them, or through them, depending on their positions. Here, I think I'll just run towards them and then around them. Then this area is symmetrical, so if the back Shadow Beast is on the right like this, you'll run around to the right. If it's on the left, run around to the left. so that you get to it more quickly. So clump these guys together by aggroing them both, run around to the right, get this guy, and I'm kind of walking around him so that my min to charge takes me back here. Now here's something that's important. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Alright, those guys were far enough away from the fence that it didn't matter. Let me try that again and see if I can get different RNG. Same thing here. Okay. Well, this is an okay example. In here, I've got this Shadow Beast that's far from this wall, and this one that was a bit closer. And if I weren't careful with my angle here, then I could... my attack through this guy could, theoretically, it's kind of far, but whatever, get me to this fence and make me bonk and interrupt my min to charge attack and make it so that only one of them dies and I have to redo the fight, which sucks. So this is where it's relevant that you attack the most recent one that you targeted first. I really shouldn't be doing it this way. I would have done it the opposite way, but I wanted to show this off. I should target this guy first and target this guy second, because I think I have a much greater chance of bonking when I attack this guy than when I attack this guy. I think this will still work, though, because it is still pretty far from the... Yeah, not a big deal. Let me try that one more time and see if I can get bonking RNG. I think I'll aggro these guys twice so that I can bring them closer to the fence and show that off. Alright. And then here... it's still pretty easy. Alright, here's an example. Dude, it didn't bonk. It's being nice to me today. So if I were to do this, and this is really stupid. Oh my god, I can't get it to happen. In any case, you want to just make sure that you're lined up so that you won't bonk. That's all. Maybe I'll get an example of that later. Okay, that's that one. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, this is the first one in Linear Twilight. This is Lake Hylia. So this one is arranged with 3 Shadow Beasts. It's roughly symmetrical. I think it is symmetrical. Yeah, this one is, but the next one I think isn't. And the idea here is we will want to... we start off right around here. I know I moved a little bit, but it's roughly our starting position. Since we're on this side of the arena, we'll go for this Shadow Beast first. And we'll run around it to get the charge attack to bring us back towards the center. Then this one and this one are really far apart, and their aggro ranges do overlap, but only a little bit. So what we'll want to do is get this guy's attention, but don't get close enough to him that he stops and swings. And while he's still running towards us, run towards the next one and get that one to aggro as well, then start a charge attack. That is the general plan. Let me try that now. Oh, one thing about the control stick direction coming out of that cutscene, you'll want to go just left and then kind of roll up on the stick. And it's kind of hard to tell that. So I'm getting to aggro that guy and then aggro that guy, and then I can do both of them. I'll do a couple more examples of that. So left and then rolling up on the stick. Get a good position there. Aggroing both of these guys. And there you go. One other thing that's really important about this one is, like, it's really easy to accidentally bonk on this part of this one. So you notice I'm running pretty far away from the fence, because here, let me try to get out a bonk again, see if I can make it happen this time. If I stay really close to the fence and aggro them like that, then there's a pretty good chance, well, that's not it, pretty good chance I'll bonk. Dude, I can't get the bonk today. Pretty good chance I'll bonk on the fence mid charge attack, and that is not good. Okay, I need to grab my next set of save states. One moment. Alright, 5 more. First, this is the second linear one. And this one is really annoying if you fail it. This one, I think, is also supposed to be symmetrical, just like the last one was, but your spawn point is such that this Shadow Beast will always aggro, so it'll always come a little bit towards you. At least as far as I remember, I think it's always done that. Which sets it up to not be symmetrical. So even though this one's closest, the one over here and the one over here are really far apart, and it's easier to get this one to come to this one than to get these two together. So what we'll do is leave this guy here, go over to the right, get this guy first, Again, charge attack. Try to get the charge attack to move us closer to the center. Then I'll make a save state and show what we're going to do. But we're going to run around here to aggro this guy and then bring him back to this guy that's in the center. Another thing about spawn point and like dashing out of the cutscene here, if I just hold right and dash out of the cutscene, then I bonk. Not good. Don't want to start off that way. It doesn't like mess up the fight or anything. It's just slow, obviously. So what I do here is, like, even though once the camera pans down, it looks like you should just be able to hold right. You know, if you hold right and dash as wolf, then you kind of turn, and you don't immediately turn 90 degrees. So out of the cutscene, if you move right a little bit and then dash, like time the dash to be after the cutscene ends, that'll work. I usually dash right away, but hold down right and then quickly swing up to upright. So whatever works, but just avoid that bonk by not dashing upright or straight right. All right, so I'm gonna kill this guy first. I started charging my attack early there. Try to show this off. All right, and then charge my attack here so that the attack brings me back here. And pause for a sec so I can show this. Our two shadow beasts remaining are here and here. And again, what I want to do is run like right here-ish to get this guy to start charging towards me, but then immediately come back straight to this guy. And that way this guy will run all the way over. This is where it's really, really important to attack them, target them in the right order. With my charge attack, I'll want to target this guy first, then this guy. Because if I go in the opposite order, I will very, very likely bonk. Hopefully I can show that, but I'm having bad luck, or good luck, with that today. Charge over here, get that guy to come at me, target this guy, target that guy, and then we have that. Let me try to show off the bonk by targeting them in the wrong order. This. Okay. Yeah, there. Perfect. So I targeted them in the wrong order on purpose and got a bonk, and then this sucks. Backing this Shadow Beast fight up is really annoying. No, I did it again. See, it's, you know, if you get off on this one, it's really annoying. But here it is again correctly. There you go. Okay, next is, oh yeah, Iza. So on this one, we've got the Shadow Beast over here that automatically aggroes. I think it always does that. And then two over here that are pretty clumped together. And the way that I'll show kind of the easier way to do this first, or like the less quick spin reliant way to do this. This is the way I used to do it, and it's not the fastest way. So right out of this, I can target and jump slash. I kind of had to delay the jump slash there because it takes a second to be able to target the guy. That, and then just rolled over here twice and started spinning, or charging a quickly charged spin attack. Wait for those guys to come over to me and then release it. And you know, that's pretty fast. It's very reliable, but not the fastest. But it works. A slightly faster way that I learned from watching Demon is to do a roll stab on the first one, which brings you a little bit closer to the other ones, then roll, and then do a jump attack plus quick spin. I'll demonstrate that. I'm going to roll upright and then target and do the roll stab, and that brought me over here. Like, I started over here, so I'm closer to the next Shadow Beast. I'll do that again. Nice. From there, I can roll and then do a jump attack quick spin, and it's close enough that I'll hit both of them. One important thing to note here is that if you fail the jump attack plus quick spin and just get a jump, oh, well, if you get a jump attack and hit one of them but not the other one, basically, well, or that also works, then you have time to input another spin attack. Let me see if I can make this happen, this mistake. All right, I'll target one, jump attack. Oh no, but I can do another spin attack, and it works. You don't actually have to get the auto spin, but it's recommended because that's a lot easier. So I'll show that one more time correctly. Roll stab over here. Roll. Are you serious? One more time. Roll. Jump attack, quick spin. You get both of them. Worth noting here is that you should have your sword out. Actually, for all of the human ones, I should have mentioned this. You should have your sword out when you start the fight. That'll make all of this easier. Okay, that is the Iza Shadow Beast fight, which I think you always do as human. Next is Snowpeak. Let me load this again. Alright, the layout here, well, he's covered up by the A button, but the layout here is that 2 spawn right in front of you, and 1 spawns way back here. And obviously the way the Shadow Beast fights work is that you can't ever leave 1 standing. So we'll want to get this one first, the far one, and then come back and get these 2. It's pretty easy though. It just kind of sucks if you get hecked by a Koos. So what I'll do out of the cutscene is just roll down right twice and a roll stab on the second one. And you kind of have to know where this guy's going to be, so it takes a little bit of practice to aim the roll stab. And you definitely don't want to target, because you'll target an ice keys. So you have to just freehand the spin attack. This is also very laggy, so just get used to this on console. But yeah, that's the idea. So we'll roll twice, roll stab this guy, and then run back between these guys and stab them, apparently. And then we'll do a quick spin and fight it. Don't actually stab them, that was a mistake. This one's pretty consistent, though the lag makes it tough, and the Keese RNG can be such that they attack you, which is annoying. So try not to get hit by Keese. Smile. This one, what is this? Oh, this is the Eldin Bridge, or like, what is this one called? Mesa one. When you spawn, you have these 2 right next to you on either side, and then this far one. So same kind of idea. We'll want to kill the far one first, because these 2 are already clumped together. And this one, you want to hold, upright out of the cutscene, and do, like, run for a split second, then do a roll and a roll stab to get the first one. Let me show that. Holding upright, run for a sec, and then roll and roll stab. Because if you just mash roll out of the cutscene, then you don't get enough range. You don't actually get all the way to it. So run a little upright, then roll and roll stab. Then you come back over here, and that one, so the thing is, this fight starts with these guys really close to you. And so well, at least this one actually. This one sometimes doesn't because you're moving that way out of the cutscene, but this one will always swing. So you can either wait for it to finish swinging before you try to kill both of these, or try to fit in a spin attack beforehand. I just kind of do it based on what I see from the Shadow Beast. So like, you know, that one was swinging quickly enough that I don't think I had a chance to input a spin attack there, but whatever. That's fine. So usually what I want to do if I just want to play it safe is stab this guy, wait, and then come back over here and spin. I guess you could, wonder if a jump attack quick spin would work there. Yeah, okay. Well, that is fast. That was a little scary because I almost didn't hit the last guy. So it might be worth messing around with that. And then final one here. This one's another 5 Shadow Beast fight. This one is symmetrical because you spawn in the middle. The reason I say that is that if you don't spawn in the middle, then they aggro differently, so it's not actually symmetrical, even though the geometry might be. Anyway, let me do that again. Okay, we can kind of see it here. We have one guy way over here, one guy way over here, 2 close to you, and then one back like down from the screen right now. And an easy way to do this, there are a few ways you could do this because it's symmetrical, but a way that I like to do this, that I think I learned from Case, is to run right out of the cutscene. You'll end up pretty close to this pillar, and then do a quickly charged spin attack to hit these 2 guys. You can even release it before you can see Link. It's pretty quick. Then do 2 rolls and a roll stab down to the guy that's down off screen right now. Roll over to this guy, do a quickly charged spin attack while you're, charge one while you're waiting for this guy to come over, and then hit both of them with that. I'll demonstrate that now. So actually, one thing to note, right out of the cutscene, I'm just going to hold right, and then as soon as I know I have control of Link, start holding B. And I had a quickly charged spin attack. You saw it was fully charged before I even, before Link was on screen. And I can release it right there and get both of them. So that's very convenient. Roll twice, roll stab this guy, and then I'll roll to this one, and then this guy will aggro from pretty far away, and I can release my spin attack just as soon as he gets close enough that he'll get hit by the end of it. Let me demonstrate that just a few more times. Roll once to this guy, wait for that guy, and then spin attack. And I think you could do this in the opposite order because it's symmetrical, but I'm not used to doing that, so I'll just show off this way. And I think that's it.